socks?
I set them on your boots, sir.
My what?
On your boots.
Oh, never mind. They were on my boots. Where's my utility belt?
Under your cape, sir.
Did you pack me a lunch?
Yes, sir. PB&J with no crust, sir.
Did you put in a little bag of flaming hot Doritos?
Of course, sir.
It has to be the flaming hot ones. The regular ones are too wussy for my manly taste buds. And don't forget the icy.
I'm afraid we're out. We only have apple juice boxes left.
What? Disappointed! Didn't you go to the store?
I didn't have time, sir. You insisted that I have the new rocket booster installed by tonight.
Yeah, it will have that extra boost. I want to impress the ladies with a big boom.
Of course you do, sir.
And don't forget the curly straw. Those cheap ones that come with the juice boxes always break under my super strong pressure.
I would never forget. And of course they do, sir. You are so manly and strong.
Fucking A. I know, right? Maybe I should back off on some reps. I don't know if my muscles can handle any more muscularness. Lunchtime. All right. See what we got here. Juice box. Yeah. Wait, what the hell is this? Son of a bitch. Screw it. Not gonna fight crime. Whole night's ruined. Not tonight, Jim. Hello, folks. How's everybody doing out there? Welcome to Tom Foolery, the official first episode. The other pilot was just for shits and giggles. And I have a very special guest with me here. You know him as Rob Shlomo.
I've been demoted to special guest status.
It's Tom Foolery.
Oh.
That's right. Oh, no. It's kind of like Mead, but not really.
Kind of like mead, but not really.
Well, normally it's something I would do when you're not around, but
okay,
you happen to still be up, so I was like, "Fuck it."
You're lucky. It's 12:30 back east. I'm still not fully adjusted. So yeah, all right, yeah, cool.
Diego says I need a Sadie cam. She's like right over there. I mean, she'll come wandering through. Kitty got out.
Asshole cam.
No, he got out again.
Oh no.
That's typical. He does that every once in a while.
He'll be back though, right?
Oh, usually. Hopefully. But yeah, so I figure we make fun of some Star Trek news.
There's plenty to make fun of as always.
Yeah. The hell was that?
Well, that was moving the chair. Well, let me ask you a question about this Star Trek news. Do they think we're stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Well, we got this covered, so chances are they're just making this shit up. But let's see who we got in the chat here. We got Marks47. How you doing? RR. Jeff from the Geek Blend. How you doing, sir? We got Parrot Head in here. We got Matt G. Diego Flores, as we said. Tim, Open Airlock. How you doing? Slots. Welcome. People coming in. Yeah. See, like Mark says, play your cards right. You could be a series regular.
Got a guest star on my own channel. Oh, not your channel. Come on.
Well, it was more so, like I said, this was just me trying to start doing my own thing, but you were up.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay.
So, but no, we got some funny news from We Got This Covered. Let's start this. I do have some more Batman cartoons coming up here, too. But the big news here is Will Smith is supposedly being eyeballed for a big Star Trek role. Couldn't afford Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth, but they can afford Will Smith.
Well, you know why. What do I always say about Will Smith? He's still a big star in overseas.
He's the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, he's still big. He's still a big star. He's a big star in China.
But this is bullshit, Rob.
Oh yeah, I know.
I can smell it from here.
If you smell something, say something.
For the most part, A-list movie stars don't tend to appear in the Star Trek franchise, you think? With numerous movies, TV projects usually focusing on lesser actors that grow into their roles over a number of years, blah, 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 blah. Tom Hardy, Dwayne Johnson, we knew this. According to our intel, which comes from the same source that told us that Captain Pike would be getting his own spinoff. Oh, really? Because I think everybody kind of figured that.
Well, I was skeptical. I said there's no way they're going to let a white guy tell everybody what to do. Not in this day and age. But no, it shows you what I know.
Anyway, the studio are keen to recruit Will Smith, I'm sure, to play the Starfleet captain. Although at this time, it isn't yet clear exactly what movie they're eyeing him for. After all, the canonical Star Trek 4 with Noah Hawley's unrelated take on material are both still rooted firmly in development hell, and Paramount could realistically end up making none or both of these sci-fi blockbusters. Still, with Robert Downey Jr. and Brie Larson both having found themselves linked to Star Trek. Since when?
Brie Larson's linked to Star Trek?
My God. The same guy has 5 fucking of the same article. Robert Downey Jr. He's just making shit up and spitballing it at the wall. Where are you at here? Okay. I got so many fucking things up. Yeah, because I believe it's the same guy. Okay, different guy who wrote the one article. But let me see about the Robert Downey Jr. one. Okay, the Scott Campbell wrote 3 of these 4 articles. The only one he didn't write is the Jennifer Lawrence one.
Jennifer Lawrence, I could picture playing Nurse Chapel.
Well, that's a little low-level character for her, though, too. Even she seems a bit pricey for the start. Yeah. They couldn't afford fucking Pine and Chris fucking Hemsworth.
How are they going to afford?
How are they going to afford either one of these people? Now, granted, if Will Smith's I'll make a fucking Star Trek movie, then somebody will fucking get behind it. But Jennifer Lawrence, Brie Larson, Robert Downey Jr. Who the fuck would any of these? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking I'm thinking somebody's planting this information, hoping that we run with it.
Yeah, I'm thinking Levon Media's right. It's fake news. I think it's pretty fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
No way any of this shit's real, especially Brie Larson. Brie Larson's just to make us go ree.
Brie Larson, I want to be in the Star Treks. It's a metaphor.
Will Smith will guarantee Star Trek gets $10 from China.
That's what this, even if there is any truth to this, let's just say there is some truth to this. That's all it is. It's trying to get Chinese investment.
Or just investors, period. Because they don't have any money. Paramount is...
It's a metaphor.
It's a metaphor, all right. Paramount's a metaphor for a movie studio.
Speaking of failure, I'm looking at we got this covered that says, the High Republic new Jedi revealed. Star Wars: The Get High Republic. Female Jedi with half her head shaved. I'm like, really? You guys are so constrained by what's going on now. Keeve Trennis is her name. Yeah, nice name.
I don't buy any of this shit. I mean, we get accused of this stuff all the time.
Have we sunk so low in Star Trek news, really?
No, but right here is a prime example. People say that we make up Star Trek news and stuff all the time. If we were going to make it up, this is the kind of shit we'd make up.
Mm-hmm.
like we really wanted to get all sensationalized and stuff. This is what we do right here. Will Smith's going to be in fucking... Why not? Brie Larson, why not? Fuck it.
Robert Downey Jr., why not?
Chris Hemsworth, why not? While we're at it, Chris Evans too. Fuck it.
Tom Cruise, screw it. Shoot the works.
Yeah, shoot the works. Tom Cruise is playing Kirk's brother. There you go.
Samuel Kirk.
And he'll jump all over everything.
Do you remember that episode of the original series when actually we saw Kirk's brother? He was dead, but he rolled over his corpse, and it was just William Shatner with a mustache.
For some reason, I don't, but I know I've seen all the original episodes.
Operation Annihilate, when Spock gets attacked by the
sounds like, is it a third season episode?
No, it's actually the very last episode of the first season.
Really? Because I've seen the third season the least.
Oh yeah, and K-Mation, yeah, Steven Spielberg will direct it. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, and directed by Tarantino and Spielberg at the same time.
Yeah, Spock gets attacked by the frozen pizzas.
I don't believe you.
And we got Raging Rhino. We got all the Geek Blend guys in here. We should almost bring them in, maybe, but we'll give a few minutes here and we'll talk about it. But yeah, I don't believe any of this shit.
No, God.
So chances of us doing a video on this are pretty fucking slim.
If you believe this, then I'm going to embark on my career of being a successful male stripper.
You got a bridge to sell me too while you're at it?
Yeah.
Stargate 404, thank you so much. Sends in $2. Thoughts on Mulan? I don't think about it. You think Disney gets it yet?
No.
No, they're gonna blame everything on this, on all kinds of different things. Between the pandemic, you name it. It's gonna be
like I said, this is gonna it's the pandemic. The pandemic gives people a convenient excuse to blame
everything on.
But at the same time, I'm like, you could tell it's like, I don't want to say they're laying, certain companies lay the groundwork so that they can blame everybody else.
Yeah.
They'll have a convenient excuse. Just like
that's all this shit.
Just like when Bond fails, they'll have a convenient excuse for that.
So what's the latest deal about Bond? I was seeing some shit about that. What's going on there? I seen you writing something on Twitter or something about it.
Well, first of all, the guy on the NME, New Music Express, he was saying, Lashana Lynch is perfect for carrying the Bond franchise into the future as 007. I'm like, no, she's not. First of all, listen, I'm not one to say people are unattractive, but there is nothing attractive about Lashana Lynch. I'm sorry, not for me. Okay. My father used to say there's an ass for every seat. My seat ain't parking in that ass, or my ass ain't parking in that seat. Switch it. Right? Stop it. Stop. Reverse it.
However you want to say it, I guess it works, because I doubt you're going to park in that ass either. So
yeah, but and Henry Golding is the guy who's the Crazy Rich Asians guy. James, this is the perfect example to change the franchise. Henry, A, shut up. B, we know you're greasing the tracks for yourself for the part. And C, refer back to A. Okay. Henry Golding, the guy who's barely Asian, is saying it's the perfect time to cast an Asian Bond. I'm more Asian than Henry Golding. I'm like, come on.
But he's English.
He's English. He claims he's Asian.
What?
He claims he's part Asian.
No, Bond.
Yeah, I know. Well, hey, people don't listen. You know, and I know this, Tom. People don't care. They say, "Oh, we need change for change's sake." I'm like, yeah, but the reason why it's institutions because they got it right the first time. And the whole thing, like Henry and Tom's firing down pills. He needs.
Fuck this! I'm so tired of this.
But other thing is Henry Golding. He's oh well, we need to shake up the franchise. Says we need to diverse casting. Says the guy who's playing Snake Eyes. The guy who's Asian the guy who's barely Asian, I should add, is gonna be playing a ninja martial arts expert. Yeah, way to lean into those stereotypes. You can't write this, people. You really can't. And I know there's this whole thing. Henry Cavill wrote and Blade. Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on, but still. But listen, the Bond casting is not going to be for another 2 years. Barbara Broccoli will start the search. So that's how interesting this conversation is.
Well, that's just it. I mean, is that what they're implying? Is that Lashana Lynch is going to go forward as the new Bond after this movie?
Well,
like, you think that's the setup here?
That's what this guy says should happen. I'm not saying that is.
Well, we've been implying that's what's going to happen now for the last year and a half or whatever.
Yeah, but she is. But they're sending even that trailer. Everything will change. I'm like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
If they do this, they're going to destroy the franchise. They will destroy the franchise. If Robert Meyer Burnett says Bond's going to die in the next movie, he's going to die. I'm like, if they do that, then the franchise is over. That's it.
Unless you're just doing it as like an end cap for that, then fine. But even then, I feel it's bad form to have Bond die.
The whole idea is that Bond, even though he's not supposed to be immortal, this immortal Superman.
Right. But it's just the ability to keep him going as a character. Like, if you have him die on screen, it's just kind of he's not like Spock when Spock died. Spock was always played by the same guy up until recently. You know what I mean? Like, this is a little different. This is...
I mean, if like I said, if Bond dies in an explosion or he goes, I did it for Johnny, and then expires, or whatever. And like I said, people are going to walk out of the theater and they're going to be enraged. And if he retires and has a kid, I'm going to retire. I'm going to raise my daughter right. I'm like, no, you don't. Even as a former agent, he's a liability. Even as a former agent, he has a lot of state secrets that would be valuable to somebody. Should be 007, or that's their line. Yeah, I know great. Yeah, I know the great one. Yeah, that's what they'll use to excuse it. Oh, well, it's just a number. It could be passed down to anyone. I'm like, but at the same time, there's a reason why the Yankees retired number 3.
Well, and I mean, even this is a little different. Like, if killing Bond is like Lone Ranger losing Tonto and his mask and his horse. No, this would be like killing the Lone Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just don't see it as something that's a good idea to do on screen.
No, it's not. Well, like I said,
it's a little different. Like I said, when you have the same actor playing the same character for years, and then they do like a swan song for like Logan or stuff like that. But
my big fear is that Bond is going to stand around while everybody else does everything, kind of like in Solo. Remember?
Well, and he has a daughter, and from what you found out or whatever, isn't that kind of what the catalyst is? His daughter gets kidnapped or something like that, and then there's a virus and some other shit involved in the storyline, and I don't know. Just giving Bond a kid is a bad idea. I know he had a son in the books or whatever, but isn't that the whole thing in the books? Is he's like very disconnected?
Well, those were written by another writer. Those weren't written by Ian Fleming. And Frau Bunt shows up and kills him. So,
Frau Bunt. Yeah, I think you had that in the video.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do some Batman cartoons. We got some people in here now.
Let's
do that.
Where the fuck is everybody? This is really goddamn boring. Alfred, what the hell is going on? Where is everybody?
They're self-isolating because of COVID, sir.
COVID? A new villain for me to squash?
No, sir. A virus.
Joker released a virus?
No, sir. This came from China.
China White?
The country, sir.
Ah, shit.
Yes, sir.
No way I'm going back to China again. That cost a fortune. I had to rent a plane, a boat, and an entire ballet. And you know I hate the ballet.
Yes, sir.
What do I say, Alfred?
You will date a ballerina,
but
you
I won't sit through a ballet. Fucking A.
Yes, sir.
That's right. Play them out, son. It was the last thing I saw before my parents were shot. It's a ballet.
Yes, sir.
Ah, fuck. Now what am I supposed to do? Day 678. Things are really fucking boring. There's so much peaceful protesting going on, but there's nothing that I can do about it. I dare not catch the virus. I thought maybe Joker was behind it, but now I am not so sure. See here. Hello, Batsy. Joker!
What?
Are you sure you're not behind the Panda Express, dammick?
The what?
The Panda Express, the thing. The reason I can't go outside and fight crime.
No, Batsy, I'm not behind the COVID thing. I don't know who is, but it's not me.
Well, fuck. You sure it wasn't Penguin?
I'm pretty sure.
What about Riddler?
No. Probably wasn't the Riddler either.
All right. Hey, if you're gonna start doing any crime, though, please let me know.
Sure.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Later. This is fucking boring.
I can't get enough of those.
Well, there'll be more. There'll be more, I'm sure.
I never follow. I never follow a rule. That is my one rule. Do you follow? I don't. That's cool. I love those.
Well, that's the whole point. You can't do anything about them. He knows they're not very peaceful.
I know.
Oh shit. So yeah, other than that, there hasn't been any huge news. But...
Tom, is that a Pac-Man machine behind you?
Yeah, you didn't know I got my Pac-Man machine?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
What's the other one?
The Ninja Turtles. The one I had.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah. All right, cool. I'm dying to go to like a barcade when all
right
goes over. Oh my god.
No, that's pretty cool. It's got a bunch of different Pac-Mans and Galaga on it.
Oh, cool.
Doesn't have Miss Pac-Man, but probably because they have to pay an extra license for Miss Pac-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why that is, or
no? Actually, I don't.
Because Miss Pac-Man was actually a bootleg.
Really?
Yeah. Some guys came up, some kids actually, like college age kids or whatever, made Miss Pac-Man. It was basically their own bootleg version of Pac-Man, but it ran better than the original Pac-Man. So the guys who made Pac-Man saw it and they bought it from them and they added a bow and called it Miss Pac-Man.
Oh, okay. So
basically, if they have to have it on there, they have to pay the license to those guys. But anyway.
So okay, hold on. There's a new addition to the cast of STD since we were on Star Trek.
Another binary character?
No. A four-legged variety, apparently.
Uh-oh. What is it now? Let's see here. What'd you send me? It better not be porn.
No, it's not porn.
Why? Why do they got to do this?
Because they need a cute animal. They figured, well, Archer had a dog, so we have Grudge the cat.
Grudge the cat. That is a doofy looking cat.
Maybe it's CGI. Star Trek Discovery's third season introduces quite a few new characters, and one of them happens to be a large, fluffy cat named Grudge. Get behind the scenes and look at filming with Leo, the feline who portrays her.
I'm with Gradania here.
Look at what Wally says. Look at what Wally 7861. Here we have it, folks. Canon is too hard. Doing a thought-provoking sci-fi is done by exclaiming, "I love science" after 10 minutes of nonstop science mumbo jumbo.
But we have kittens.
We have kittens.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
I love cute animals as much as the next guy, but at the same time, you're not even.
Data already had a cat.
Spot, yeah. Archer had the dog. Archer
had the beagle. Yeah.
Porthos. I mean, how did Kurt say, maybe we should give people cute animals. People like those. And cat videos and okay. This is the writers. This is the writers' room of table read. Okay, everyone, don't forget to start every sentence with the word "and."
Do you, Tim? That's awesome. I kind of want the Rampage one, but I can't remember. There wasn't really any other games on there. So if I buy it, it's got to be for dirt cheap.
Okay.
I like Defender though quite a bit.
Defender used to have a zillion buttons. That was hard to play.
They don't need a cat. Fuck the cat. They're just trying to get the animal people on board.
Woody Allen. Gridania, Woody Allen voice. Oh no, this is terrible. Hello. Woody Allen is my inspiration for Tom Rothman. Hello, I'm Tom Rothman. How are you? Hello, Thomas. How are you today?
I'm all right. I gotta go.
What? Where do you have to go? You just got here.
I don't want to be around you.
Oh, why am I off-putting? Oh, Frank, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm hiding.
You're hiding? Why do you need to hide?
Because my wife's behind me.
Oh, no.
Yeah, she caught me cheating again, and now she won't stay the fuck out of my business.
That's right, Frank. I have to watch you. That's right. I have to watch you constantly.
I only slept with 3 hookers this week. Only 3. Why you gotta be such a bitch about it?
Oh, only 3. Is that is that such an example to teach your daughters?
Well, last week it was 5.
Oh, yes. I suppose you're doing better now.
Well, 6 if you count the 2 at the same time.
Oh, Frank. You're lucky I don't take half everything you own.
That's because the only good half is with me. I'm the one who came up with Congo.
That's right. He came up with Congo.
Michael Crichton just gave me the idea. Jurassic Park, that's all me too. Roger Rabbit, all me. Second unit director. Pfft. Try first. Zemeckis couldn't direct his way out of a paper bag.
I worked with Sir Robert Zemeckis. He loved his coffee with cream and 2 sugars.
Uh-huh. Why don't you go back to the future and get me a coffee?
I don't do that anymore, Frank.
You don't do a lot of shit anymore. That's why I go to hookers. Frank and Kathy. That's what Foolery is all about right there. Oh, shit.
We need a podcast of Frank, Bob Iger, Kathleen Kennedy, and Rothman.
But how are we going to do that? To be juggling like a crazy motherfucker. And then we just lost somebody watching. They're like, fuck this noise.
I go to Midnight Church for serious commentary about people who wear bright underwear. And
this is more like a fine line between
clever and stupid.
Clever and stupid than it is Foolery. But hey, that's all right. By the way, folks, we got a new t-shirt up.
We do?
Yeah.
Defund Hollywood.
Fucking A right. Check out our new t-shirt. Started a new hashtag. Defund Hollywood.
It's just, hey, you want the money to keep going. Just give us something we want to watch.
So I'm saying, fuck them motherfuckers. They want to defund the police. They want to defund all this other shit. Fuck it, we'll defund them. Bill and Ted didn't get made by fucking Hollywood. That's the best movie we've gotten all year. I mean, Bad Boys 3 was, but...
How's Bill and Ted doing box office-wise?
I don't think it's doing the greatest box office-wise, but it's also doing the amazing, though, on streaming.
So on the slide whistle scale, it'd be going, maybe it'd be like that?
Kind of. It's only done... See, it did like a couple million its first 2 weekends here, and it only did 260,000 this last weekend. So it's done almost 3 million at the box office, but it's been number 1 for the last 3 weeks on all of the Amazon, iTunes, Vudu charts. And then the trilogy has been either number 2, 3, or 4. So like they've been just killing it. So yeah. Mexican Iron Man. He don't have his thing up.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry about that. Are there more of these Batman cartoons? What unknown treasures? Don't trust any animals. Animals. That might be a typo. And they are Pet Cemetery and demonically possessed. And thank God. And thank God Kennedy's getting fired from New Raiders. Oh, what about that? She got fired?
Not that I know of.
Well, it's falling apart.
Well, you said you'd be surprised if the new Indiana Jones movie happens anyway.
Yeah. I mean, he's too old. I mean, Harrison Ford's too old. He's going to be 70, 75, 80, jumping off the back of trucks. It's going to be him standing around watching everyone do things for him. It's going to be Indiana Picard.
And we have a Steve Kenobi with us. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, Steve.
How are you two doing today?
Doing all right. It's bright and early there in the morning where you're at, ain't it?
Well, it's early. I wouldn't say bright.
Oh, it's like 6 in the morning.
7.
7 in the morning.
Yeah.
Fucking time change shit.
Well, when I was in Norway back in 2009, I managed to go before Memorial Day, which is the last week of May here. And I remember distinctly, like I said, I remember at its brightest, it was 6 a.m. and it was like noon. It was the sun was high in the sky. I mean, and how early? Where you are? I mean, when does the sun rise at this time of year?
Tuesdays for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, at about 6. 6 a.m. and it sets at around a little after 9, I think, in the evening. But it's shortening at both ends, though.
That's what she said.
Yeah, she really said it.
Dr. Coffin Nails, the reason it's probably not in any of your theaters is none of the chains are carrying it since it's straight to digital. So only the private chains are carrying it right now on drive-ins and stuff like that. Matt G sent $5, Rob.
Yes, I would like to find out if Ryan Johnson watched Discovery and he thinks it sucks, or Alex Kurtzman thinks The Last Jedi destroyed Luke. No honor among thieves. No, they probably...
They don't care.
Nah, they're probably just sharing soy recipes and talking about Gilmore Girls.
But to answer Mexican Iron Man's answer from before, yes, there is about 5 of those Batman cartoons. That was 2 of them we just showed. I showed one to start off the show. I can probably show this one real quick. It's only a minute.
Okay, how to be a cool superhero. First things first, you gotta have a cool car. You ain't got no money, so that's not happening. Second, you gotta have a cool costume. We'll have to work on that. Alright, then you also have to be able to solve really complicated cases and solve crimes and kick cloud ass.
Kind of like stopping that lady over there from being robbed.
Are you fucking serious? That dude's got a gun, okay? Let the real cops handle that. We only go after people like the Joker and Penguin and Poison Ivy and occasionally Catwoman, depending on what kind of mood she is that time of the month, okay? We don't deal with that kind of stuff.
You're scared of guns, aren't you?
Fucking terrified. Nope, Batman don't do guns.
Speaking of Batman, you can get our I'm Batman t-shirt as well at the same link that's in the description below if you want to check that out. There's a couple of those Batman cartoons. They are on... Who did the screaming? It's just a canned sound effect I found.
This one was shown on Shenanigans, wasn't it?
Yeah. The first 3 were on Shenanigans. Actually, I think the first 4 were. The latest one wasn't.
Yeah, this one looked familiar.
Yeah, the only one that I don't think that has been on Shenanigans was the Batman, the newest one where he's got the beard. It was meant to be on last night or Friday nights, but I think Mary was having power issues or something. Show us my Lethal Weapon collection. I've got the director's cuts on DVD somewhere in a box, and I've got the Blu-rays imported because the 5-disc set or whatever was way too expensive in the US, and it's the same discs overseas. And I've got I've got like a couple of the songs from the soundtracks, but I've been waiting for the full box set soundtrack thing to come back into stock in La La Land or Entrada or wherever. But otherwise, that sucker's been going for like $300-400.
I had the video game for the Amiga.
For some reason, I think I had Lethal Weapon 3 for Nintendo.
Yeah, it had the Lethal Weapon 3 cover.
Yeah, but it was just called Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, it had sharks and stuff in it. It's great fun.
Stig should be the Riddler.
I should be the Riddler. No.
He'd be a new villain called the Pundler.
Nina should be in bed, shutting up.
Oh, shit. I looked up Indiana Jones. All I found is it's still ongoing. 2 weeks ago, Kathleen Kennedy talked about it. So I haven't seen anything new unless this is a rumor going around. I haven't heard anything myself yet. But
that's right. It's still ongoing. I'm going to purge him of all that toxic masculinity. We're going to oh no, Frank's back.
I have anything to do with it. You won't touch Indiana Jones with a fucking 12-foot whip.
It's my series, Frank. You can.
It's my series first. I don't see just your name on it. Marshall Kennedy. Marshall Kennedy. Then it's Kennedy Marshall or something. I don't fucking fuck you and your name being first.
I worked hard getting Steven Spielberg coffee on that set, Frank. You can't take that
yeah,
away.
you worked hard, all right. Why'd I ever get gypped into marrying you? What the fuck did I ever do?
The wind did it.
The wind did it. Whoa. I just don't understand why you hit it for me. Like, why did you have to tell me? Why did you have to hide it from Steven?
Ignorant.
It's all ignorant.
What the fuck is going on here? This is more boring than the COVID shit.
Oh, you think it's more boring, don't you?
Hey, Stig actually did his Michael Jackson. You don't get that very often.
No. Oh my.
And we lost 2 people. Oh, shit. Sketch Therapy says, can I get a clip of Striper KK? You mean Stripper KK at the Temple of Doom? Oh, she's just wearing like glittery shit. Diego Flores sends in 1690 Peruvian souls. I saw Frank channeled his inner Cartman. It was the cocaine that convinced her. She probably... No, I'm not even going to go there. What's funny is they were afraid to tell Steven Spielberg. Why? That makes no sense. Why would you be afraid to tell Steven Spielberg that you're getting married or you're together? Unless she was banging Spielberg. That's the only thing I can think of.
Probably.
You'd think anything goes.
Come
Come on, that was fit.
That was pretty good.
That was a nerdy pun. Come on. It had nerd credit.
Yeah, it did.
You know you want to see her in Temple of Doom, right?
Yeah,
Temple of Poon.
I keep saying that I was watching Temple of Doom, or I was something I was watching. I can't remember what movie it was. Might have been Back to the Future. And you're like, oh, cool, Back to the Future, and then you see that name produced by Kathleen Kennedy. I'm like, oh.
You know what I want to see her do?
What?
Start handing Spielberg coffee again.
That's what everybody wants to see. Every Star Wars fan wants to see her do that. I mean,
that picture was posted by Ichibaka, evidently.
Oh, for crying out loud!
It's so weird to see her smile.
That's not a smile.
It's such a. It's I'm.
It's a snarl.
I'm going to ruin this franchise in 30 years.
It's a sneer.
A sneer.
Yeah.
Midnight Touch presents Real Boneheads of Cinema.
Real boneheads of cinema.
Today we salute you, Miss Kathleen Kennedy.
A real temple of doom.
Who could make so many movies, yet up the greatest franchise of all time?
How the hell did you make me like the prequels?
You made movies with Steven Spielberg.
Dude made Jaws of Jurassic Park.
You think some talent would have rubbed off on you?
Oh yes, some residual talent.
The only real talent you ever had was getting Spielberg coffee.
I'll take mine with 2 sugars.
And hiring Harvey Weinstein's former assistant was a nice move, wasn't it?
She likes all the Star Wars.
So pack up your and get your Baby Yoda hating forces female ass out of here because we've had enough.
Don't let the door hit your ass on the way out, you real bonehead of cinema.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what name we haven't heard in a long time, Tom? Remember Michelle Redjuan? They were going to hire her to correct a lot of the problems.
That's true. We have not heard her name come up too often.
She's probably getting some of the story group coffee now.
She just vanished, didn't she?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they haven't brought her up in a while.
Yeah, it's whatever she did, it didn't work.
They probably quietly reassigned her, dismissed her. Maybe let me take a look into that.
Well, they had an interview with her. No, that's not even an interview with her. They haven't talked about her since 2019. Oh. Something about her on January 7th, 2020. What's this? Hang on. Steve Weintraub quickly posts, then quickly deletes tweets claiming a lot of blame on Star Wars. The Rise of Skywalker falls on Kennedy and Redjuan.
Oh.
That's the last time she came up in the news. Oh, I'm thinking she's seeing the door with Miss Kennedy.
Oh, she's going to start her female-centric production company with KK.
What were you going to say, Steve?
I have nothing to say to that.
Hey, Sean, how you doing? Boy, sure. The one time I don't plan on bringing a bunch of people in, everybody's in the chat.
there's a thing on something called Jedi News.
Yeah.
.com. Part 2 of Kathleen Kennedy and Michelle Redjuan's The Rise of Skywalker interview with Gizmodo. Oh God. It's an audio, yeah.
You know what's so staggering though? I mean, everything that they absolutely shouldn't have done, they did.
Yeah.
It's like, don't step on that mine. It's right there. I painted it pink. Don't step on it. And they did.
Of course. Because, wow, you're just a toxic man. Why should I listen to you?
Yeah.
How could I don't understand? This was the biggest entertainment franchise of all time, and you just ran it into the ground in 2.5. Really, I mean, yeah, okay. The Force Awakens was people loved a lot of people did like the Force Awakens. I was one at the time. Made $2 billion, and then within 2 years, everything just crashed. Everything came screeching to a halt.
They did the impossible. I said they could never destroy Star Wars, no matter what they did. I didn't think they could. At least it would take a lot more than just 1 or 2 movies, and they did it in 1.
Yeah, I was on board with episode 7 when it came out because it set up a lot of stuff, right? You hear Han tell Rey that he's heard stories about Luke, and but when she finds Luke, he's wearing a Jedi robe, So what the hell happened? As soon as episode 8 starts, he tosses the lightsaber and dresses like a hobo.
I think Tom, this is the last time Michelle Redjuan was seen in public. Hold on, this is from.
Why don't you just share it?
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Hold on.
Well, I got it now, but it's just it takes me just as many steps as it does for you to share it. Yeah, that's the one I was looking at too, where I was like, oh, it's an interview. Oh, it's not with her though. Oh, it is with her. Okay.
Yeah.
So this was
Chris-
December 12th. Yeah. Just before.
Chris Terrio, the guy who was sitting at his desk being interviewed while writing the script for episode 9 with one of the old Thrawn books next to him.
Oh yeah, I've shown that picture a few times.
Yeah.
So you could just cherry pick ideas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that particular book has an old hidden Sith fleet of Star Destroyers. So, yeah.
Surprise, surprise, right? Well, here's a good question since Stieg is here because he's a huge Lethal Weapon fan. Eric Jr. and Maldonado Herrera. Thoughts on Lethal Weapon 5?
I hope it happens.
Me too. I do. I feel like it'll be the last thing they could probably get Richard Donner to do because dude's like 97 years old.
Yeah. Well, Danny Glover is not getting younger either.
He's not much younger than that either. Yeah. But I mean, it's almost got to be something happens that connects with something in the past that has to bring Danny Glover out of retirement, I'd imagine.
Would you agree if I said Glover and Gibson in the Lethal Weapon movies are the best on-screen chemistry that has ever been done?
I don't know about that, but they're close. They're so, as far as like cop movies go, they're probably two of the best. Yeah. Nikki D asks, "Can Star Wars ever recover to its former glory?" I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
I think it's done.
It was going strong when Disney bought it, and that was because of the expanded stuff. You know, the novels, the comics. The novels, all in all, had revenued, I think it was $3 billion. For
Yeah, but that's
Lucasfilm.
overall in 30 years, though, ain't it?
Yeah. But still, that's a hell of a lot of money.
Well, yeah, that's decent, but no, at this point, I don't know if they can. I'm looking forward to Lethal Weapon 5, though. Like I said, you got to come up with a decent story. I'm assuming like it would start out that Chris Rock and Mel Gibson are like partners or whatever, and then like I said, something would happen that would have to bring Danny Glover out of retirement, maybe like one of his earlier cases or something. Did everybody die at the end of the first Lethal Weapon? I can't remember now.
I don't know if you guys have heard this, but you know MacG, the guy who did Terminator Salvation.
Yeah,
he is now saying he has a darker Terminator Salvation cut.
Oh Jesus! Didn't he already have two different cuts?
And yeah, well, he has a harder R-rated director's cut that's never been shown. I guess he's trying to capitalize on the Snyder cut, maybe. I don't know. I can put the link though in the group chat.
I'd believe it because Warner Brothers released that one, and if he's trying to get their attention for like HBO Max or something, maybe.
Yeah. The Terminators only kill one guy in that. They only kill a guy trying to flee that concentration camp. Everyone else they just throw and chase.
Well, that one was rated PG-13 originally anyway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, because there is an unrated cut or whatever on the DVD, Blu-ray, or whatever now, but...
Yeah, but I don't think it's not grittier at all.
All I want is the version with the scene with fucking him with the breakdown. Oh, good for you!
Yeah.
Anyways, I mean, he says, it's interesting because I feel like we did so much right with Terminator, but ultimately got just enough wrong that we got beat up a little bit by the fan base, and it really, really broke my heart. And now, strangely, I think the film has started to age better. There is a different cut. I have my own cut of that film. There's people online that talk about wanting to see that cut, and that's interesting, but I think I got a lot of things right with that. Yeah, this sounds like him just lobbying for it to happen with like HBO Max. Obviously, I think Jonah Nolan is very, very serious writer, and He did his best he could. Maybe the cut that I have of that movie hidden away is the answer. It's darker. I don't know. That's for the fans to say. Yeah, because I don't really see anybody out there clamoring for this. I think that's in his own mind. Maybe like a few people on the internet. I'd watch it.
Oh, the Robocop TV show that got
Fuck.
announced.
Yeah, we talked about that.
It's supposed to focus on Dick Jones.
Yes. Nobody cares.
There's no Robo and no cop.
It's worse than Gotham because at least with Gotham, you got the villains. Dick Jones is Dick Jones. We've seen everything we need to see about Dick Jones in the movie. And what we heard about it is they're going to like kind of undo who his character is. They're going to make him like a victim or almost of circumstance. It's like, no, the idiot was an asshole who didn't give a shit about anybody else. And he stepped his way to the top. You can tell, just like he says in that one scene, who cares if Ed 209 works? They had fucking military contracts and parts for the next couple decades. They don't give a shit. He don't care. He's just a fucking dick. You know?
He's Dick Jones.
Yeah.
I don't see him as some optimistic. So what are they going to do? Make fucking Wall Street the TV show? So he's going to be like the Charlie Sheen character?
No, you know what it is. It's going to be a piece about the about how corrupt the military-industrial complex is. That's what they're going.
That's what we were talking about. But who cares? That fucking.
It's not gonna work.
I'd almost rather see the rise of Clint Barker or something. That would even be more interesting.
You know what would be fun though?
The rise of
a TV show set in that TV channel that does all the news in Robocop.
Yeah, there you go. A spin-off of just the odd end stories. That'd be fucking hilarious.
Yeah, just play those insane news segments from Robocop.
Yeah. Captain Robert April, that's the thing, is it won't even have Ronnie Cox in it. It's all about young Dick Jones. So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be basically like, there you go, you got brownies. So it's going to be the equivalent of sure, fuck you then. It's going to be like watching Wall Street. Dick Jones is going to be like the Charlie Sheen character, and the old man is going to be like the Michael Douglas character. It's going to be all about how he got corrupted.
Greed is good. Yeah,
that's boring, Shay. Exactly.
It's going to be about the rich 1% and how they step on women.
Well, yeah, it's going to be all about how Dick was this optimistic fucking, got leader with all these great ideas and vision, and then the thing is everybody is an asshole in RoboCop except for the cops.
It's going to be about the patriarchy. That's what it's going to be.
Like the only people in RoboCop 1 through whatever that are any decent are the cops, besides that one nurse who actually gives a shit about Murphy. Otherwise, everybody else in those stories are complete assholes. Even the guy who makes RoboCop is an asshole. That's the whole point. DCB Titan, did you guys ever cover Gina Carano's Twitter BS? We did back in the day. Andre, I think, did a video on the original stuff. Not the recent stuff, though. I've seen she's been speaking out again a little bit more, but I haven't been keeping up with it. I slept most this weekend. Like the last few weeks have just killed me.
You earned it.
I slept. Jesus, I slept yesterday from like right after we got done with that live stream, Rob. I like went and laid down and I slept till like midnight, got up, did some Mead radio, and then I went and laid back down until 9 o'clock tonight.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I slept for almost like 12 hours, something like that. Or over 12 hours, actually. It's crazy. I feel rested, though. I mean, I don't feel bad. My back is sore, but nobody's here to listen to me, bitch. Oh, I'd be a fucking hoot to get Gina on the channel, but we have little chance of that happening. There's a lot of bigger channels that would get her before we would. So definitely on that one. But yeah, there really wasn't anything newsworthy to talk about. I just wanted to get on here and shoot some shit. There's nothing going on really. What new movies have you seen recently, Steve? I know you watched Addams Family. Did you watch the second one yet?
No, I've been. I just gotten fed up with new movies in general, so I don't really care about new movies anymore. So I just spend my time watching older movies that I've never seen before, like The Addams Family. I watched the first Ninja Turtles movie as well. That one I had seen before though, and I've been pushing through the Friday the 13th movies. So yeah, lots of 80s stuff.
Yeah, just like Shay said, the second Addams Family is better. So hopefully when you get to that, you enjoy it. I know you like this one. You said he gave it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, 7 out of 10.
That's pretty high for Stieg.
Yeah.
Usually only Schwarzenegger movies get 10 out of 10.
Over the top.
Your Sly movies, yeah, those kind of movies. Nicky D sends in $5. How do you think Wonder Woman's new release date will affect its box office returns? I don't think it's going to affect its box office returns. What I do think it's going to affect, and I think Andre has a editorial coming out about this, I think that Dune is going to get pushed. I bet you $5 is going to get pushed to next spring or summer. And Captain Robert Abel says he checked out the fan edit of Dune that Andre recommended in his retrospective. Well, hopefully you enjoy it. I didn't mind the extended cut in of itself. I thought it was all right. Eric wants to know, do I think this Cuties controversy died down? I don't know. I'm sure it's just kind of getting going. We'll see what happens the next week or so with it.
A lot of politicians, though, have started.
Yeah, that's where I'm thinking it's just kind of getting started. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. I mean, there's very little ground to stand on as far as certain kind of charges against anybody, but it's one of those things where it's kind of questionable for Netflix to just keep the damn thing on at this point.
Isn't it ironic, though, that the people that lose their shit if a female superhero is sexualized are now all for 11-year-old girls.
Sexualizing of 11-year-old girls. Oh, yeah. That was one of the first things I brought up last week. Yeah, that's pretty ironic, isn't it?
You have to be open-minded.
And a lot of the same people who were going after Joker as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it was just like whatever that thing was you were posting earlier about Star Wars. It was like, wasn't that we're bitching about Gina Carano? It's like, but weren't these the same fuckers that were calling us man babies?
Yep.
But now they can bitch about Star Wars. It's okay.
Yeah, just because Gina Carano said something, they twisted into being transphobic or something.
They've been going after ever since that one picture and that one idiot was found to be that's the thing is, look, it would be one thing and I could have more respect for somebody if they made a mistake and they just apologized for it or just had some good humor about it. But that's part of the problem with a lot of this is whenever these fuckers are wrong, they double down on the stupid.
Oh, yeah.
And then they just make it even worse. And it's like, so then they go out of their way to try and make the other person a bad guy for no good fucking reason, even though they were the ones that were at fault in the first place. It's like one of those fucking crazy ass bitch girlfriends that never fucking wants to be wrong. No matter what happens, she's always got to twist it on you. You know, it's your fault she cheated. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, anyway. Sorry. I'm not trying to single out women. Men are the same fucking way. Men are manipulative dicks too, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but
I'm just using it as an example, but yeah.
A lot of women are batshit crazy though.
Well, that's the truth, but I'm not going to get into that. Some people have canceled their Netflix just like you, Tim, and that's, if that's what you want to do, go for it, man. I also understand those who don't want to cancel it. As long as you're not watching Cuties, you're not supporting it, because that's kind of how Netflix works. You know, just because you pay for Netflix does not mean you pay for everything that's on the channel. Yeah, they get a small percentage of whatever, But that's why they want you to watch their Netflix originals and their Netflix acquisitions, because they get to see that money more so than if you watch Friends or whatever on there, because then Warner Brothers gets a chunk of that, which I don't even think Friends is on there anymore, but you know what I'm talking about, Rob. And he's muted again. He said you were back. Okay. What's Mecca doing? She can come over too.
Hold on, let me see if she wants to join.
They better be pot brownies.
No,
what's the point of eating brownies in Colorado if they ain't pot brownies?
Raspberry jam.
Well, fuck that noise. That's like some pussy shit.
They're good though. Hang on, let me see.
Well, that was just an awkward silence.
I'm hungry now.
I know. He showed me those brownies. I'm like, fucker. They should have pot in them. Now they just want to smack Brie. We need one of those with KK too.
Her face would break like glass, though.
No, just bounce around.
Yeah. That's why she can lie with a straight face, because the Botox.
Well, Mecca said it was cheaper than it was in Vegas, and in Vegas it wasn't that bad. So, have you watched Running Scared with Billy Crystal and Gregory Hines? I've seen it many, many, many years ago. Didn't you just talk about that recently, Steve?
Yeah, I had it on my top 10 list for the 86 thing. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's got from what I recall, it's like a 48 hours kind of vibe to it.
Yeah. Great movie. Just, if anyone in the chat haven't seen it, go watch it. It's awesome.
This is a good point. What about? But I think the problem with Cuties lies more in the fact that the kids themselves are being sexualized. I mean, all the context that I've heard, none of it justifies the means at this point. None of it justifies what these kids had to have been put through. And just, there's so much stuff surrounding this shit that, I mean.
Yeah, and the guy one of the guys who gave the movie an award got arrested for pedophilia.
She's hanging out with Pete and Tina, so I mean.
All right.
She says hi though.
All right. I just wanted to make sure she didn't want in. All right. Didn't want her to feel left out. Other than that, what the hell's been going on? Rob's been on vacation. In quotation.
Nah, it's a working vacation.
I was gonna say you've been on vacation in quotation.
I've been pretty productive actually.
PC load letter? What the fuck does that mean?
That's Rob on vacation. Tim Tingle, actually it was 650 girls for the lead actress alone, just the lead actress. So it's hard to say how many altogether. Yeah, I remember Kids back in the day being controversial for a lot of the same kind of fucking reasons. But even that was less glorified. Like that was more of the it was like a gritty, realistic. I mean, it was practically like fucking documentary.
Oh, Sketch says that Netflix also has a children's drag show. This is true. It's really weird.
I think I heard something about that. Yeah, I just don't understand it. I mean, if you have a kid that has a propensity that likes, let's say if he's a boy and he likes to wear pink and whatever, that's his thing, cool. But I'm seeing a lot of parents force this shit onto their kids. And these things like Cuties and these little, beauty pageants and the drag show thing is stepping over a line.
Yeah, just let the kids watch Rambo and shit.
Well, and if that's what the kid wants to do, that's my point. Is I see too much of the parents forcing this shit.
Yep, they need a cross-dressing kid for their blog or whatever.
Yeah, and like Captain Robert April said, at least Kids was about teenagers and not 11-year-olds. I mean, as controversial as that was at the time, yes, all the all the people in the movie were at least 16, 17 from my recollection, or at least at the 15 at the youngest, I think was at that time. But it was still, the point of the movie was there was a lot of bad in that movie. Let's not even.
I hated that. I hated that movie, kids. I really.
It was ridiculous. It was just as ridiculous, but not. I hate to say it, but it's not as bad as this.
Oh, so so I put together something for one of Mecca's videos. Actually, we're counting the Star Trek Lower Decks references.
I seen her do something about that.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can share it. Let me see if let me try to share it. Okay. Via
the MST3 guys rejected a film called Child Brides. I could see why, and it'd be different if this was a documentary. Like if this was documenting something that was actually happening, it'd be different. I mean, I'd still question the way it was being shot, but you're looking at a situation where, you don't have the sound on, Rob. I think
I don't.
Boomered it. Yeah, you boomered it. I think
okay.
you can play it, but I'll try it. But I don't see no little sound thing. Yeah, no sound.
Okay.
You got to redo it. Okay. While you're doing that, we got another super chat. Anyway, DCB Titan sending a Canadian $5, as someone on Ricada. I know how to say it. Ricada, it's just me reading it. Stream said those 650 audition tapes will make more money than cuties ever will. It boggles my mind how this shit happens. But like I said, if I learned one thing from Corey Feldman's documentary, was that the real predators, you didn't do it. You didn't share the sound again, Rob.
Yeah, I did.
I don't see a thing. No, you didn't.
Son of a bitch.
You got to check that little box.
I thought I did. Oh, okay. All right. One more time.
If not, just
third time's a charm.
But anyway, as I was saying, the only thing I really learned from that Corey Feldman documentary that I didn't already know was what he said was, and a lot of other people were saying, is it's more the handlers, the parents allowing the shit to happen, and that kind of a thing. The casting agents and shit are the people you got to watch out for. That seemed to be the bigger group of predators, and that's where this 650 audition tape thing comes into my opinion.
Okay, it fits like a glove.
Now you got it, even though you're sharing everything, but you got it.
Well, it's the only way I could do it. So, all right, ready? This is we put this in one of her videos. She put it on Twitter, so I don't think there's any harm in sharing this. I don't think she's gonna get too pissed off at me. So otherwise she'll come at me with the thwacker. So we're counting up. We're highlighting all the references to Star Trek in Lower Decks. Ready? Here we go.
That was Enterprise D at Warp 4.
And Voyager was all...
Their claim of salvage on Starfleet cargo is ludicrous.
You want to goof around? Go work on Starbase 80.
Remember when those Nausicaans tried to eat your heart?
What do you think's in that cargo that has everyone so wound up? A bunch of cryo-frozen princesses?
I hope it's old communicators. You know the original clamshell design?
Spacewalking is easy. You just float and magnet. Float and magnet. Yeah, it's not just for hanging with Sherlock Holmes and Robin Hood and Sigmund Freud and Cyrano de Bergerac and Einstein and Da Vinci and Stephen Hawking and Socrates.
Oh yeah, I saw the Zebulon sisters do it back on Deep Space 3, and I am just now coming down from the high.
Evasive pattern Sulu Alpha.
Oh, come on!
So I hooked it up directly to my brain and let it run so it would make me smarter.
And you know what? We're Starfleet. We're Starfleet.
We let this thing beat us up a little. Then later, we say that a Q showed up and caused all of this. Whoa! I got this!
Whoa, the Titan! Isn't that like your dream gig?
I think you're going through a temporal rift or something.
A rift?
Whoa! Come on, I got the keys to the captain's yacht.
And that was just that episode.
That was just that episode, yeah.
So is this like someone trying to do Family Guy in a Star Trek wrapping, but they have no talent or humor?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm skipping this one.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't get any joy out of it.
No, I barely like Star Trek in general, so.
I mean, the last couple episodes have been a bit of an improvement, but it's still missing the point. It's missing the target by a long shot. So, yeah. Raging Rhino sent an Australian 449 super sticker. I ain't got my thing up here. I can't see what it is. Hang on. It is a fist bumping pair. Improvised. Yeah. A lot of times it seems like it's making fun of the fans in certain ways.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bat Tom's funnier.
What the fuck? It's really fucking boring.
Everything's fucking boring.
To be honest, Police Academy 7 is funnier.
Yes.
Nuns on the Run is funnier.
Hey, Nuns on the Run ain't that bad.
Well, speaking of unfunny movies, Tom, have you ever seen Ishtar?
Yes. I didn't hate it, but it's like I understand why it was a big flop. I mean, plus how much it probably cost to make. Warren Beatty, like, how many real hits has he actually had? Like, I remember him always being like this big deal, but he's only had like what, 3 hits?
Like
ever?
Shampoo, Bonnie and Clyde. Reds was a pretty
okay, so he did have a few in the beginning. All right. Because Dick Tracy was all right, and then later on he did Bulworth, that did okay. But otherwise, like his stuff like Town and Country was a huge flop.
Let's see. He's always kind of a prestige actor, you know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like he seemed to like, I guess, yeah. Well, like ever since Ishtar, like, did he do anything after Ishtar that did anything?
Oh, he was in Bugsy.
Oh yeah, Bugsy did okay. And like I said, fucking Dick Tracy did do okay. It didn't do as much as Disney wanted. That's why we never got a sequel. But Disney was expecting fucking Batman money, though. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
They held the release of it for a year.
Well, not just that. I mean, you stop and think how well they did on Dick Tracy. Like, what were the odds of Dick Tracy doing as good as it did back then in 1990?
Yeah, good question. Yeah.
I mean, they were lucky it made what it did, and they're sitting there like, oh, it's going to be as big as Batman. It's like, what fucking universe, man? Like, people have been waiting for a Batman movie since Batman came out, period. Like, you know, like...
Yeah, what's funny is they held it for a year, and thinking, oh well, we don't want to have to compete with Batman. But now that was like, oh yeah, Batman and Dick Tracy, yeah, no problem. They just screw it.
I think they held it back because they wanted to market it like Batman.
Mm-hmm.
And because there was toys everywhere, and the other stupid part is you had all the fucking figures of the bad guys and shit. They all got killed in that first damn scene, except for like Al Pacino's character and like 1 or 2 of the other bad guys. Yeah, the movie's good. Don't get me wrong, but it was just like, I mean, I don't know why Disney was thinking that was going to be something that was going to appeal to kids necessarily. Because I remember like more adults being excited by it. Because like my uncle and shit are all like, "Oh yeah, fucking Dick Tracy, yeah." You know, it's like, these were the same uncles that were like, "Oh, my Batman is only
Adam West.
Adam West, fuck this noise." You know, it's like, oh shit. Did you ever see Dick Tracy, Stieg?
Yeah, long time ago though, early 90s, I think.
So you haven't seen it since it first came out?
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I mean, it's not. I mean, I bought the Blu-ray a while back here. It's pretty. It holds up all right.
Yeah, I'm adding it to my list of stuff to watch because I'm on a retro binge.
Yeah, the colors are great. I would love to see a 4K cut of it. I'm surprised they don't have it in 4K on Disney Plus. Speaking of 4K, Spaceballs just got announced for 4K.
Really?
Yeah. Kino Lorber.
Bolsonaro.
Well, it was funny. I saw it on Vudu for 4K the other day, and I'm like, oh, I was thinking about getting it. But then I'm like, now that I see it's coming out on disc, I'm like, fuck that, I'll wait for the disc.
Is it okay if I don't like that movie?
Yeah, it's okay if you don't like it. It's one of Andre's favorites, though. He likes it more than he likes Star Wars. He saw that first, though, so that's why. Well, I don't know if I don't even think it's that bad. I think the issue, Mark, well, like I was saying, was they were just trying too hard to do the Batman thing with it. And Dick Tracy is the farthest thing from Batman you could find. It's, well, I mean, in a sense, like it's more like the 60s Batman than it is Batman.
Yeah, Dick Tracy is more like the Spirit, right?
Yeah, it's film noir. And they really did a great job in the movie of capturing the whole, like, you know, bright colors and dark shadows and stuff like that. I thought it was a really well shot film.
So it's a bit like Sin City, almost.
For kids, but yeah. Like the way it was shot, but yeah, it's very it pays close homage to the original.
Very comic-ish.
Yes, yeah. Even if I remember right, even the transitions were very comic-ish, kind of like how the Hulk was. That was one thing I liked about Ang Lee's Hulk, was how they kind of made it into a comic. I kind of thought that was cool. I mean, the movie was good up until the last bit where his dad turns into a fart cloud. I thought we were going to get to see a Hulk on Hulk fight, and then his dad turns into a fucking fart cloud. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? You guys have seen that, haven't you? The Ang Lee Hulk?
Oh, yeah. I saw that in the movies.
Did you hate it?
I was bored by it, actually.
You didn't really like it? I liked it all up until the third act.
Well, it wasn't, like I said, it wanted to do a real serious character study of Bruce Banner when all you really wanted to see was Hulk smash.
Well, we did with when he got through the city and then he beat up. I love the Hulk dog fight.
Oh, yeah.
But like I said, like at the end there, I'm thinking, all right, we're gonna get to see his dad. His dad's gonna be like the Red Hulk, or he's just gonna be like an older Hulk or something, and we're gonna just see him go at it. Oh no, his dad's a fucking fart cloud.
His dad was supposed to be oh god, who was his dad?
The Essence or whatever it was. Yeah, I can't remember. I think that's the name of the character where he sucks up whatever it is I knew that's what they were going for, but like at that point, I was like, okay, he's gonna suck up the essence of the Hulk. He's gonna be like a Hulk on his own, you know, kind of thing. Oh no, they make him a fucking fart cloud. That's really where the film fell apart, in my opinion. Otherwise, before that, I felt like they did a pretty damn good job. I mean, that was my opinion. Well, I thought Nick Nolte was good in it up until the end. Like, that was my problem. It's like, I liked his antagonistic nature. I like that he was, you know, they went back to that one version of Hulk where a lot of his anger was rooted in his father's abuse and all that kind of stuff. And it really added more to the character, I felt. And I thought they did a great job in the casting. The effects were really good for the time. And I haven't seen the earlier cut of that movie that leaked online without the finished effects.
I like the first one better than the second one, though.
Or the reboot you're saying with Ed Norton? Because they are not connected. The one with Ed Norton, though, is connected to the MCU.
Yeah, I like the Ang Lee one better.
I mean, the Ed Norton one was okay, but it was safe. It was very, very ABC. And that was probably because of the recuts done by Marvel. I'd be interested in seeing the version that Ed Norton wanted to do, because from what I heard, he wanted to get more down and dark and dirty and gritty with it. But we'll never probably see that. Diego Flores sent in another super chat, Rob. 3290 proving souls this time.
Yes. He says, Tom, Rob, opinions of a new Phantom movie ever being made. I love the first one. Was a fan of the Phantom 2040. Always wanted to get a movie of that series. I'm not sure the Phantom is. Oh God, that's a tough one.
I would say Andre's more of the Phantom fan. Yeah. I know you're a fan of it too, Stieg.
Oh yeah, the Phantom is. Well, it was big in Norway for some odd reason, but I'd say it probably would have worked better as a TV series than a movie.
Most comic books will. That's where I'm like confused. Where like, I mean, yeah, the CW's got their thing going, but those are shit. Let's be real here. I mean, we could be getting stuff like fucking Netflix's Daredevil all the time now, but we're not. And a lot of these ground level superheroes would be so easy to do TV shows out of it, and one of them being the Phantom. I mean, it's not like he's got he don't fly. He ain't got a bunch of superpowers. You know, you don't need a bunch of CGI to worry about.
Yeah, and you can set it in any
Yeah.
in
Any
any
era.
time. Yeah,
I'm
you can
wondering
actually
now.
build a little franchise out of it, right?
I'm wondering now if it's public domain. I don't think it is.
I don't think it's public domain, but it's been something that's been sitting in. Andre knows more about it. So Diego, you don't have to super chat again sometime, but if you're ever in the chat, just remind me whenever we got Andre on, and I'll try and ask him about that, because he knows a lot more about that. Because like Stieg said, it's a very big thing over there in Norway, and he's a huge fan too. So I know he knows more about it, because they're like trying to build some universe, because there's like a couple of characters that are together, the Phantom, and I can't remember which other ones go with it, but they're under that comic.
Yeah, it used to be.
label.
They had a cartoon, right? Called what was it? Galaxy something, I think.
Yeah, because he
Yeah, you
brought
had
up.
you had Flash Gordon in it.
Yeah, Flash Gordon, him, and
Mandrake.
it's the King Features or whatever. That's the one.
Oh yeah,
missing Popeye. That's all.
Defenders of the Earth.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's check out the Midnight's Edge videos. I think Andre's got a couple on the Phantom you might enjoy if you haven't seen them already. Sister Harrow sends an Australian $5. Doesn't say anything, but just sends the $5. Thank you so much. She always helps support.
Very harrowing.
She always helps support the channel, of course. Pudding Tang 2, also a good supporter, sends in $5. Have you seen the Hulk versus Superman fight by someone here on YouTube? Pretty cool. Yeah, I remember seeing that video a while back. It wasn't too bad. I don't know if that would ever happen, of course, because of the separation, but you know, it'd be kind of cool if it did. But yeah, if you haven't seen that already, check that out. Larry sends a super sticker. Let's see what it is. I don't have the thing up here again. I should just pop it out here. He sends a thumbs up as usual. Thank you so much. Always supportive of the channel as well. Yeah, King Features. Yep.
Mm-hmm. King Features, and they're owned by the Hearst company. So
yep. So Citizen Kane.
So Hearst, yeah, Hearst owns the Phantom.
That's got to chap his ass to no end in the afterlife.
It's Citizen Kane is really William Randolph Hearst.
Oh, that's what he's synonymous with. The one thing he's most synonymous with is the one thing he tried to destroy.
Charles Foster Kane.
You ever see that movie that HBO did, RKO 281 or whatever?
No.
With it's really good. It's got Liev Schreiber, James Cromwell plays Hearst. I'm trying to remember who else is in it. I think it was John Malkovich is in it. He plays the writer, and he's like the writer. He knows all the secrets about Hearst, so they're putting it in the script. And it's all about the making of Citizen Kane. Roy Scheider's in it too. He's the president of RKO. It's about how the movie kept shutting the movie down on him and shit. It's a really good movie. You ain't seen that one, have you, Stieg?
Which one?
RKO 281 or even Citizen Kane for that matter.
Seen Citizen Kane, but that's ages ago. Haven't heard of the other one.
It was an HBO movie. Probably 20 years ago now. Yeah, it's just about the making of Citizen Kane. It's pretty good. Just all the shit they had to deal with. Because Mankiewicz, the writer of that, is actually like the father, I believe, of the guy who wrote Superman, Tom Mankiewicz, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not wrong. Yeah, Citizen Kane's great. I like it. Way ahead of its time. According to Razorfist, the Shadow movie was the closest of anything that's been produced to the original pulp stories. Yeah, I think I don't know if Andre's done a Shadow movie or not.
Solomon Kane was pulp.
Yeah, all the Conan stuff was too, wasn't it? Kind of technically.
Yeah. Well, Solomon Kane had in my opinion, a fairly good movie.
Yeah, Tom Mankiewicz wrote on some of the Bond films. Yeah. I don't know about the best movie ever, but to some, it's considered the best movie ever.
Hold on.
Over the Top is the best movie ever.
It's the Stallone movie?
Yeah.
He's got a hard on for that movie. You just muted yourself, Rob.
But you don't say that.
Oh, Diego sends in another 1690. Also, do you think you could talk to Doomcock and Gary about Dune? Because I feel they're approaching it too negatively and not understanding it. I will try. Somebody potentially sent the Dune script to Doomcock. I don't know if he's read it yet, so I will check in with him on that when I get a chance to talk to him. But yeah. I can't. I mean, also, I can't really control how other people think and perceive shit, but I mean, I can do my best. It's one of those things. Dune is a funny monster. A lot of people, I think, are more hung up on the original film and have never really read the books.
Well, I could say I tried reading the first book, and people really give me a lot of grief over that. And I said, listen, it wasn't for me. I did not like it. Oh, well, don't you're just too stupid. No. It has nothing to do. I understood it perfectly well. I just didn't think it was very good. That's all. And a lot of Dune fans have a real bug up their ass about that.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of people are fans of the production design more than anything of the original Dune in certain respects, casting and stuff.
Just tell them you think the Twilight books are better written and watch them implode.
Well, they technically are. I can't imagine they can't be much worse written than the fucking movies are, because I've seen enough of those movies that it's like, I said it to my ex-girlfriend's kids, because I bought her one daughter was a fan, and I bought her the box set of the movies or whatever. I bought the movies real cheap, and they're watching them. I'm like, I would be upset if somebody took a franchise that I loved and they made such a cheap, shitty fucking movie out of it. It's like, where did they spend the money on this crap? This is a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and these movies look this bad.
Oh yeah,
they look like they were filmed on a fucking cell phone and with CGI done in, like, it looks like shit that's RLM quality stuff that they rip on.
I love those guys. So Tom, anyway, I got to show you this. Of course, I came out here. It wouldn't be me if I didn't go home with a guitar.
Oh, you bought a guitar, so you put some of that money I sent you to work?
Yes, I did.
Cool. How much did that run you?
Actually, the case was $100, and they threw in the guitar.
That doesn't sound good.
No. It's like I said. It's one
of those thin ones.
Yeah, it's the thinner line Ovations. Yeah.
Oh, it's an Ovation.
Yeah.
Nice. How much did you spend on Ovation then? You really got it for free with the case?
I paid $100 for it, and they.
Oh, that's not bad at all, man. Shit, that's a steal.
It's Mecca's mom. She was selling it. She figured.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Well, sell it to me.
Yeah. That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah, it is. So.
We'll play something quick.
Oh God. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of fret buzz, but that's no big deal.
You should be able to work that out.
No one else will ever see how much faith you have in me. Oh, will disagree, and it's so. Some people never know. Okay, that's about it because it's late here. I don't want to wake up the next.
Oh yeah, that's right. I suppose it is late there.
All right. Yeah, you're gonna get a copyright claim too. So.
Oh, that too. Yeah.
That's cute. I remember when I had my first beer.
We owe Paul McCartney 3 cents now.
Yeah, we had the Mecha Hand cameo. Everybody Making a big deal out of that. Diego Flores sent another 1690. I feel Dune is written in a fashion that you have to be a history buff to enjoy it, since it's written like a history book and not a normal novel. I get it. Rob is just not the audience for it. Like, I get that. Like, I know the kind of audience for it, and Rob is not it. Like, nobody's ever going to be able to convince Rob otherwise. Dune is just one of those things. It's not like Star Wars. It's not like Star Trek, even, to where it's even got a smaller fan base than that. And that's where I'm not even so sure why they would spend so much on this movie. So they're trying to get as many normies in as possible. That's why it's got the big cast, I imagine. But I don't know. And I'm a fan of the original Dune. I do like the movie. I don't hate it. Every version, as far as I'm concerned, is all right. You know. So as far as the sci-fi version, though, I don't like the production design. I haven't really watched it all, though. I'm not a big fan of the production design in it. Were you ever much of a Dune fan, Steve?
Not really, but I do hope this one is going to be good, though. I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to watch it at the cinema, though. Probably going to wait for the Blu-ray or something, but fingers crossed. And I hope it's everything the fans want it to be and more.
I also like Dune because I love the story style of the Trigon Emperor. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those, if you're into that kind of storytelling, I can definitely see where it gives you everything you want. But Rob's one of those, he likes karate and pew-pews, except for Star Trek. So
I always ask any movie you recommend, is there any karate in it? No? Okay, I won't like it then.
Even though there is karate in Dune a little bit, I don't even think it's just. We got John Wayne drinks SJW tears for $5. Says, "Hell, guys, just done with the Inquisition. Wanted to thank you for keeping me entertained for a little while longer. Cheers." Do you do a John Wayne, Rob?
Not really. Not really.
That was mine.
It's not bad.
Not bad. I could probably work on it a little bit. I need to get a little more bass in there, probably. I haven't watched a John Wayne movie in a while. That's half the problem.
I kind of maybe like Phil Hartman said, the quiet John Wayne. I'm sorry, you failed your depth perception test, and your license to fly with the Flying Tigers has been revoked. You know.
Ever watch The Sons of Kate Elder?
No.
Yeah, great movie. It's actually been remade as Four Brothers or whatever the hell it was a few years back.
Yeah.
A few years back, 20 years ago now almost.
It's got Dennis Hopper in it.
Yeah, Dennis Hopper's in it. And who's Dean Martin, that's what I was trying to think of, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty good Western.
Oh, I love almost every Duke movie I've seen. I've got a bunch of them. I love Westerns in general. Like, I'm hard pressed to hate a Western. Like, my grandma used to have them on all the time. Like, she had the Western channel, like, especially when she was getting near the end there. Like, that's all she'd have on was that. So, like, I'm pretty hard pressed to find a Western. I'm just like, meh. You know? Some of those really old cruddy ones, I was like,
I see someone mentioning Silverado in the chat. Yes, excellent movie.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Deadwood's great too. You ever seen Deadwood, the show?
Oh yeah,
great show.
Loved it.
Did you see the movie, the reunion movie thing they did this last year?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I didn't think that one was great, but
yeah, I was a little let down.
Yeah, but it didn't do any harm either, I guess.
No, it would have been better if it was like, if like they were bringing the show back, and that was like the pilot to bringing it back. I'd have been like, oh, cool. Yeah. But that was my other problem with it, is they just didn't seem to tie up enough from the show. Yeah. They do some things, but then it just felt like a new show. It just felt like it was like, which isn't bad, don't get me wrong, but it was like, yeah, I get where you're coming from. It just felt like almost like there should be more here to it, or they should have done like a trilogy or something. I said, yeah,
it felt like they had waited too long. Actually,
that could have been it, or I just felt like they just didn't address enough. I think my original review, I think I said it felt like it should have been like a trilogy. Like they should have just done at least like a mini series or something to just kind of fill it all out. Because granted, that show just felt like it got ended on a bad note to begin with. Did you ever see that show, Rob? Deadwood?
No, I have not. My brother Mark raves about it, but
it's a great fucking show. Great fucking show.
Great fucking show. Great fucking show.
It is.
I know. So,
Young Guns.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, if you like Tombstone, Young Guns, you'll love Deadwood.
Oh yeah.
It starts out it mirrors a bunch of real shit that happened in the West, but then they start getting more into dramatized stuff and amalgamized characters and stuff like that. But yeah, it does have some karate probably.
No,
I see. I see someone mentioned Open Range in the chat. That's an awesome wrestler with Kevin Costner and Robert Duvall.
I haven't seen that one in years. Oh yeah, you can never go wrong with Clint Eastwood. Never can go wrong with Clint Eastwood. It's a hell of a man. Hell of a thing killing a man. Love that movie. Oh, shit. We've been doing this for 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, we got 144 people watching. Rob, have you seen The Raid?
No, I have not.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
I've heard of it. I've heard people rave about The Raid.
Yeah. Yeah, Once Upon a Time in the West, Wild Bunch, all good ones.
Oh, The Long Riders.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Gritty as hell.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, it has an epic, almost like a massacre. The town turns on Jesse James and company. Slow-mo, bloody, and yeah.
Django Unchained is probably my least favorite Tarantino movie.
Really?
I mean, I like it. Don't get me wrong. It's still like an 8 or 9 out of 10. But that's what I'm saying. Like, of all of his films, that's probably like it's the one I've watched the least amount of times. I've even watched Death Proof more times than that.
Did you like The Hateful Eight?
Oh, fuck yes. I still got to watch the extended cut, though. I have not found the time to sit down and watch that. Because on Netflix here in the U.S., they got the extended version.
I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, it's a great fucking movie. Tarantino is like my favorite, like probably my favorite of all time now. Like everything he's done has just been amazing. I can't rave about it enough. And I know Rob's not a huge fan, but
no, it's okay not to be a huge fan.
Matt G sends in $2. Mead Radio tonight, possible? Maybe. We'll see. Depends on how much longer I want to keep these guys up. I know Rob's probably getting tired. Tiberius Monks 84 sends in $2. Just hang in with one of the best Y2 channels, Mead. Well, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was going to do anything, and I was just like, fuck it. But there's probably more enough people here. You could probably show the new Batman. If you guys want to see it again. These guys are probably like, I've seen it enough times, but we'll see what the chat says. Well, they want Mead Radio. Well, maybe after this, I'll do some Mead Radio. We'll see. I'm sure Andre's going to be sending me a editorial at some point here. He's re-editing Rob's fucking monster of a video.
Oof.
It's the only reason I haven't started on that yet. Okay, they want Batman, so a couple people do. That's enough. All right, we got enough here. Here's the new Batman.
Day 678. Things are really fucking boring. There's so much peaceful protesting going on, but there's nothing that I can do about it. I dare not catch the virus. I thought maybe Joker was behind it, but now I am not so sure. See here.
No, Batsy.
Joker,
What?
are you sure you're not behind the Panda Express, dammick?
The what?
The Panda Express, the thing. The reason I can't go outside and fight crime.
No, Batsy, I'm not behind the COVID thing. I don't know who is, but it's not me.
Well, fuck. You sure it wasn't Penguin?
I'm pretty sure.
What about Riddler?
No. Probably wasn't the Riddler either.
All right. Hey, if you're gonna start doing any crime, though, please let me know.
Sure.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Love you. Later. This is fucking boring.
All right. Here's another one we did actually, Tom, since we're sharing videos. Okay.
Sure.
Let's see. Hold on. Share screen. Share audio.
There you go. Hit the audio boomer.
Like I said, this is something Mecca and I did for her channel. But and you can check it out in one of her videos there. But this is you know how we always say Brie Larson is a Hallmark Channel actress.
Yeah.
Well, this is the kind of movie she would be starring in if she weren't Captain Marvel.
Coming this Christmas to the Hallmark Channel, Brie Larson had it all.
Get out! Get out of my space!
Except for one thing, true love. That is until she met him.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration? The magical horn. Touch it.
This Christmas, love has a new name.
I don't like this. This isn't real, and I'm a business lady now. I'm gonna buy craft paper!
Brie Larson and Samuel L. Jackson star in
My wrist, stop watching. My neck is flossy. My big deposits, my gloss is popping.
Driving Miss Marvel. Only on Hallmark. Assuming she doesn't get overshadowed by a cat again.
Only on Hallmark.
Yeah.
Kids.
She'd be starring in those Hallmark Channel movies.
Oh Lord. I love you.
I had to re-record that a few times just to get it right.
You.
Otherwise, most of that was like improvised. It's kind of hard.
Joker.
Are you behind the virus? I said, are you behind the virus? No, Patsy, I'm not behind the virus. Oh, God. That's hysterical. That's hysterical.
No, it's not the Riddler.
Yeah, we should no. If we do one with Batman and Superman, it would be too much like that. Like how it should have ended, huh?
Probably, but we can see what we can do. I used to have a Superman one that I built a long time ago for my old shit. Oh crap. Oh, so anyway, what do you guys got planned for this week besides work?
Bed. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you there.
Stuff. I don't know. How about probably? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing this week. So.
Well, you got to be heading home eventually, don't you?
Yeah, eventually. Yeah. Yeah, been out here a while, so. Yeah, Chef Carolyn wanted me on her football podcast. I'm like, didn't get to see any of the games today.
Oh, there was actually a game. Oh, that's right. It did kind of start today, didn't it?
Yeah, until the season gets shut down.
Yeah, there's that.
Joker. Oh God. See, now it's the whole thing about Bad Tom is that it's so exaggerated. That's the thing.
Well, that's the point.
Yeah.
Well, I think it started originally from a shenanigans script where like Batman was supposed to be drunk or some shit. I can't even remember anymore.
There should be one.
It's probably one I wrote actually, because I wrote the improvs for Probably like 6 months.
Maybe we show like Bruce Wayne, like Batman. He's ordered a ton of shit from Amazon. Day 987, 47.42. Still no crime. I've ordered a ton of shit on Amazon, but I've ordered too much. I have nowhere to store it. With the back cave, he's like a hoarder now. You know?
God damn, I'm trying to find that episode.
Joker.
Oh, well, fuck it.
Did you release the virus? Joker.
Did you release the virus?
Oh God, that's funny. Yeah, that's.
Do you remember the COVID improv you and I did, Rob?
Oh yeah.
That one was yeah.
Did
it's weird we didn't get a lot of trouble from that one.
Oh yeah, the one with the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, and I had to play a racist.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was like,
this isn't gonna
end well.
The accent was Tommy Chong's Chinese waiter. That's where I got that accent from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, something. Okay. Oh, RT. Disney's. Micah just sent me something. Disney's toxic strategy for Star Wars. It's all about lying, failing. What? Look who wrote it. Matt Kadish wrote it.
Oh yeah, that's his new article.
Mm-hmm. He's on RT Russia Today.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go to bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, I think we're going to wrap this up here, folks.
Does Matt know the RT stands for Russia Today?
I don't know.
I'll have to ask him.
All right, folks. We'll get into it tomorrow, probably. Maybe I'll do some Mead Radio here in a bit. I don't know. We'll see. It's up in the air.
All right, gentlemen.
All right, folks. Well, this was a fun episode of Tom Foolery. Thanks for joining us.
Take care, dude.